Hey everyone, this is Gary K. Welcome to another pre-ISE edition of my Rants and rAVes video cast. What's cool about this is I always get to talk to the really cool tech people that really understand our market really well and market positioning and also the performance of the product. And today's no exception. I'm talking to Sennheiser, David Missall, who is the Insights Manager of Consultants and Technical Application Engineer Manager for Business Communications at Sennheiser. David, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. Hey, Gary, how you doing?
I'm doing great. It needs to be said because y'all have a consumer division and a professional division and, have these different groups. But
No,
you,
not
you
the
obviously
consumer
are,
anymore now. So now it's just the pro and the BizCom division.
exactly. So
Right.
that's why you have this title to make sure that we know what you do there. And one of the things that's really cool at Infocom this past year, you expanded the TeamConnect family of products. And I know that, by the way, I should mention that at ISE, you're going to be in stand 3C500.
Yes.
And you'll have that TeamConnect family of products. And you even have one to kind of show us really quick, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. It's we introduced it last year, and it'll be shipping second quarter of this year. And we have the TeamConnect bar solutions, and we have this is the small one, which includes Dante and the ability to also add an external camera. But with the Dante, what's really cool with these bars is that we can add 2 external microphones to cover a larger room if needed with the bar. So we're going to show this again, and we have the medium as well as part of our TeamConnect solutions, along with the ceiling mics and the rest of the portfolio.
Yeah, and what's unique about what y'all are doing that I really like is that you really thought out how this would be used kind of ad hoc in a meeting room, but also how you need to connect it to the rest of the facility, right? The fact that you have network connectivity in Dante means that it's not just a video bar, it's part of a larger system.
This is how we're thinking about first the Sennheiser ecosystem, right? When you go to our booth at ISE, all of our devices will be connected to our Sennheiser control cockpit, which enables you to scale across a campus or across a corporate building with all the devices, whether it's the bars or whether it's our digital wireless systems, EWDX with Dante, or if it's the ceiling microphones, the TeamConnect Ceiling Medium and the TeamConnect Ceiling 2. They all can be connected.
And this is the cockpit software can run everything.
Yes, absolutely, including also our MobileConnect for the hearing impaired. That's now integrated into the control cockpit. So we have this great ecosystem. So it's such a great point with you with the bars. We know it can be plug and play, right?
Yeah.
And I just want to put them in every room if you'll bring in their device. But if you need that control and need to scale it across the campus, you can via network control with control cockpit and Dante for audio networking.
And that is quite a differentiator between what you're doing and all the other video bar companies out there right now, because there's a lot of them out there. So if you're looking at it from a systems integration standpoint, I feel like that you're going to be on the top of the list.
Yeah, we're trying to
obviously
trying to cover all the bases, right, with it, regardless of the type of application. Yep.
Yeah, and obviously the ceiling system as well has been around for a few years now. You mentioned at ISE, we'll see all this stuff connected together. I'm curious. You also, I guess it's been over a year at least. Maybe it's been 2 years ago, 2 shows ago that you introduced the EWDX series products. Talk about the status of those and will those be on display at ISE?
Yeah, EWDX is really changed where we are with wireless microphones. It's such a step. We had our Evolution G4, right? That whole Evolution series from G1, 2, 3, and 4. Very successful, this sort of silver bullet of wireless microphones from high-end to GarageBand. What do you need it for? EWDX is the digital next step of that evolution. So EWDX enables you to have a really pure, beautiful sound, but also the ability to stack frequencies really close together and not create any intermodulation. So you're really frequency efficient. And what we're showing now for the first time at the show is now we have Dante available also as part of the EWDX package, which we just started to ship just before the holidays. And we also now have a tabletop transmitter where you can place a couple of different versions of a gooseneck for conferencing. So if you need to use it for a tabletop in a conference situation. So great news that we're shipping it finally for Dante versions of EWDX.
And that happened right before the holidays.
Correct.
So I think a lot of people may not even realize that. And in fact, I don't even remember seeing an actual announcement go out specifically about that. So I think it's good that you mention it.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's really exciting. And we had a lot of people waiting on them too. So
yeah, I mean, who isn't using Dante in a system and doesn't want that compatibility? And then talk about MobileConnect for a moment, because I think that's one of the most underrated things you have right now.
Yeah, and it was interesting because the demo that we had set up last year, we're going to do the same thing this year. So MobileConnect is basically a way to stream audio over a Wi-Fi network to help in listening to anything that you happen to be in front of. So whether you're a student in a classroom or you want to use it for a conference room, or you want to use it for a meeting space, you can send the content from that meeting space or the classroom into our MobileConnect and have that stream to Wi-Fi. Now, what happens is the participants of that meeting space or the classroom have the Sennheiser MobileConnect app on their phone, and now they can connect to the Wi-Fi and listen from their phone to what's happening in the space. And we're going to show that live at the booth at ISE. And then what we added this last year, is we also have an audience microphone. So the app can take control of your mic, so that if you're in a classroom and you have a question, you can activate your microphone and say, yes, I have a question to the teacher, the professor, and that goes out over the PA of the room so everybody else can hear it, and you can send it to the far end to somebody who's listening in remotely. So you can listen if you're hearing impaired or just want to enhance your audio experience. And if you have a question, you can activate your microphone and talk to the professor in the classroom with your question.
So is that only over a network, or can it be over the cloud or over the internet as well?
Yeah, so we're only over the local network right now, just over the local Wi-Fi network, right? So through that, we can then send it back out over the PA system that's in the room,
right?
That person that asked the question, or send it back through to the far end, through the DSP that's controlling the room, to the far end so people can hear that person ask that question in the room.
Yeah, and I imagine that I can think of applications, especially on a college campus, where you're missing class and you then can still participate in class and ask a question without having to go through the configuration of Zoom and Teams and all that kind of stuff. And you just want to listen to the lecture.
As long as you have access to that Wi-Fi network. Yep.
Yeah. And of course, on a university campus, we have Eder Roome, which everything is connected through one Wi-Fi network. So I think this is phenomenal. And like I said, I think it's underrated. I think a lot of people think of it as just assistive listening. This goes well beyond assistive listening. This is really active participation through audio. You're really sort of driving active participation.
I agree. I mean, we have such a contingent of people with that are hearing impaired. So it's great, really great usefulness for that group. And it's a very large group, but I think it goes beyond that as well. So we're not only helping people that have hearing impairment, but also people that just want to enhance that audio experience and have the different options, right? Because depending on where you're sitting in the space, sometimes you're not going to hear so well, right? And maybe you're in the adjacent room and want to connect to that space as well. So it gives you a lot of options to be able to be part of that conversation.
Yeah, and it's a software-based solution, so it's fairly easy to integrate kind of anywhere and upgrade as you move along. So again, all of this will be at 3C500. We've talked about TeamConnect Bars, talked about TeamConnect Ceiling. We talked about EWDX and MobileConnect. Am I missing anything?
We're also introducing, there's so much. There's also a Head Mic 4. So this is our new version of a very low profile cardioid head mic. Okay. We're known for the really beautiful sounding HSP4, which is a cardioid, and it's very difficult to do a cardioid in a very close pattern like that and make it small. So we did it even a little bit smaller than the HSP4 with the Head Mic 4, and it's just a high quality, low profile head mic. Sounds fantastic. So we'll introduce that And then also we're showing our room planner, which is it's a web-based room designer. So we talked about all these devices that have certain coverage areas, like the bars have a certain coverage area with the mic, and the speakers, the ceiling mics cover a certain area. If you're a consultant or integrator and you're designing a room, how do you plan that? How do you know how many bars I need if the room is a certain size, how many ceiling mics? So we have a room planner that will show there that enables you very easily to place product within the space and show in the diagram what the coverage area
pattern.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
very,
fantastic.
very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't realize you had that either. So that's two additional things I was not aware of.
People have been asking for that
think,
for a long time. Long time.
Yeah. I mean, especially, and let's be honest, there's a lot of people that have gotten in our market that came from other segments in the market that are not audio gurus, right? They didn't grow up in the audio market.
Right.
They didn't play in a band like the rest of us that decided we couldn't be rock singers. We decided to be AV pros. There's a lot of people that come from other segments of the market that are intimidated by audio, right? And I think this could really simplify that for them. And obviously it gives them a connection point to Sennheiser too, because ultimately you're going to see, as you see these plans, you're going to see the holes in these plans too, and be able to help make not only your products better, but also the application better for them.
Yeah, we're trying to, it is about the product. It's also about solutions and making people's work easier day by day, right? So if we can provide, this type of information, it makes someone that's designing a room go through it a lot quicker. It takes the guesswork out of it quite a bit.
Yeah.
Right. So here's a great product, but also let's help you, decide how it's going to be implemented as quickly as possible and as efficiently as possible. So the audio sounds great.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, seeing all of this. I'll be there. I'm going to go by the Sennheiser booth. We're going to shoot individual videos on all the products that we just talked about and everything else that we see that we feel like you should know about, because there's probably some other stuff that's there as well. So we're going to go shoot individual product videos. Probably expect 8 or 10 of those to be shot in your booth. In Hall 3C500. If you're there at the show, if you're not there, don't worry about it. We got it covered. ravepubs.com/ISE. You'll be able to find the Sennheiser videos by just typing in Sennheiser in the video search window. David, I really appreciate you joining me today. Thanks for the lowdown on everything we can expect. Yeah, and I'll see you next week. And if you're watching this after ISE, just go to ravepubs.com/ISE and you'll be able to see everything we just talked about as individual videos. Thanks for joining us and have a great day.
Thank you.
With Rants and rAVes, you'll be okay. And today is your lucky day. It is Rants and